Are you looking for the best Xiaomi phones? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best phones on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Xiaomi Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G. The Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G is a gorgeous phone. It comes in polar white, graphite gray, and Atlantic blue, with the latter having a wavy water effect that is so beautiful that it would be a shame to cover it up with a phone case. The 6.67-inch Full HD AMOLED display renders colors beautifully and comes with a 120Hz refresh rate, making things very clear. It's 5G ready, so you can hit the ground running with the fastest possible connection. In addition, the 5000 mAh battery means more prolonged use and less need to charge your phone. A 0% to 100% charge takes approximately 42 minutes, according to Xiaomi, which means if your battery runs out, you can be on the move again quickly. 64GB and 128GB are not the most extensive amounts of storage possible. Although that is more than enough for most users, it is possible to expand the storage to 1TB. That means you can store more work, personal documents, and media on your phone without needing to free up space constantly. However, arguably the best feature is the inclusion of a 3.5mm headphone jack. I use wireless headphones, but I miss the option of a headphone jack, especially when my headphones run out of battery. Including this near-extinct feature is very welcome for those who tend to forget to charge their headphones or still prefer old-school connections. It is also helpful if you are on a Zoom call and need to plug into a wired headphone for better clarity. The most disappointing aspect is that the cameras aren't the best. They're still good, but an 8MP ultra-wide-angle is less than some of Xiaomi's phones and many of its competitors. It would have been nicer to see a 50MP wide-angle and a 50MP ultra-wide-angle instead of the 108MP main camera. That being said, the cameras are still great and have amazing low-light capabilities, thanks to the phone's AI. At number 2. Xiaomi 11T Pro. Xiaomi's website focuses significantly on the Xiaomi Hypercharge's battery charging capabilities, and it's easy to see why. With 120W capable charging, the phone can charge from 0% to 100% in only 17 minutes. It has 2 battery cells inside the phone, which means it can charge the phone much faster than a single cell, as each cell is smaller and therefore takes less time to charge up individually. The screen is a 6.67-inch AMOLED display that renders clearly and smoothly with a 120Hz refresh rate, making it an excellent phone for everything from movies and gaming to emails and ebooks. The Harman Kardon speakers are incredibly good and sound sensational. The collaboration with Dolby Atmos also gives you clear, immersive sounds. This Xiaomi phone isn't that bad looking, but it's hardly the most inspiring phone. Not exactly the end of the world, especially if you use a case, but some people want a decent looking phone. One thing lacking from this phone is wireless charging. As with the phone's design, it's not the worst thing to miss. However, it is convenient when you are at a desk, so it would have been nice to have this addition. At number 3. Xiaomi POCOX4 Pro 5G. On paper, the POCOX4 Pro has some very premium features but at a very affordable price. For example, the 6.67-inch FHD Plus AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate is a feature usually reserved for more expensive, high-end phones. And the 5000 mAh battery with 67W fast charging is very welcome and surprising for a phone at such a low price. It is also 5G ready, giving you a future-proof phone. The phone itself, like many Xiaomi phones, is beautifully designed. It comes in 3 colors: laser blue, laser black, and yellow. Each is stunning to look at with lines, like lasers, on the back of the phone. While the camera arrangement at the back may put people off, it is nonetheless a very well-designed phone. Storage capacity is very generous, with 128GB for the 6GB RAM option and 256GB for the 8GB RAM option. The larger RAM is worth the upgrade when paired with the Snapdragon 695's octa-core processor, which provides 8 cores or processing units, making the POCOX4 Pro an exceptionally fast phone, given the price. Users will get a decent 108MP f/1.9 main camera on the rear of the phone and an 8MP ultra-wide angle. While the main camera and ultra-wide-angle camera are useful for everyday situations, such as group photos, the same cannot be said for the 2MP macro camera. It would have been better to have a telephoto camera. The macro will likely not be used by anyone other than photographers. At number 4. Xiaomi 12 Pro. The Xiaomi 12 Pro is the Chinese manufacturer's current flagship phone and is packed with amazing features, such as an in-screen fingerprint scanner and AI face unlock for extra security. Inside the box is a 120W charger, which allows you to charge the phone very quickly, though, with its 4600 mAh battery, you can use the phone for longer. Xiaomi's adaptive charge technology learns and adapts from your daily charging and sleeping routines. It stops charging at 80% to prolong the battery's life and then slowly charges so that it will be fully charged when you wake up. The 3-camera setup has an impressive 50MP wide-angle lens, 50MP ultra-wide-angle lens, and a 50MP telephoto lens. The front camera is just as good at 32MP and provides clear selfies. There are also several modes that you can use, such as Ultra Night Photo and Distortion mode, to give you more flexibility and creative control. When using the phone in long exposure mode with a phone tripod, the night and astro photos are amazingly high quality and beautiful. The design is reminiscent of older Samsung models, such as the Samsung Galaxy S7, but still looks stunning. Phone manufacturers have begun adding more cameras on the back of the phone to give you more flexibility and quality, but with that comes the issue of how it looks. Fortunately, the Xiaomi 12 Pro has balanced looks and functionality with the main camera at the top and the 2 other cameras just below it. The front camera is not obtrusive, making more of the 6.67-inch screen available for use. The screen itself is an AMOLED dot display with beautiful colors. You can adjust the refresh rate from as low as 1 Hz to 120 Hz, which allows you to save power and help with different eyesights or conditions. In addition, Xiaomi worked with Harman Kardon to give you fantastic sound quality. It also comes with Dolby Atmos, which means that your movies and games will have crystal clear sound. One disappointing aspect, especially for a premium flagship phone, is that it is not IP rated. This means that, while it does have some protection, it is not fully protected when using it in the rain or if you drop it in the toilet.